wind, etc., this lock could die. And that was told to me by one of the professors, I think it was David Jewson at the time. Danny Donnelly at the time was writing a book on Loch Ness shores, and he said the same thing. So this has always been in my mind, potentially this could happen. Didn't think it was going to happen as well, it took 40 years, but irrespective. But there's been 40 years working on the loch, NIEA, DEAR, etc. The science is there. The political will needs to follow the science. The political will down in Stormont, or in the UK, or in Dublin, or wherever, needs to follow it. It needs to take it. I know we have politicians here tonight, and those politicians are local people, and they understand the issue, and they understand the problem, and they've got a big job of work to do when they go back to Stormont or wherever they go. But the bottom line is, we know we've got a serious environmental problem. It's right on our doorsteps, but everybody needs to know about it. There needs to be investment. So Reverend Collins from the Craigavon area 25 years ago was talking about the sewage system and how it wasn't working. That was 25 years ago. I don't think the man, God rest him, is even living now. But the bottom line is, we have known this for 40 years. NIEA has been working on it. That particular PHS study was done 10 or 12 years ago in terms of the phosphorus input. So we know what the issues are, but we need the solutions, and the solutions will include major investment into sewerage. It will include some innovative projects such as solar. I'm not too sure how it works, but potentially so. It has to include some grants towards change of sewage, and also for septic tanks, and also more regulation around farming. All of that needs to happen. It's going to take 30 years. It's taken 40 years to get to now. It's going to take another 30 or 40 years to cure, but it has to start, and it needs that political will.
Can you just please keep it short and sweet? I know we've all got things to say, and we just have to make sure that everyone gets a bit of a say here. So, you know, if you have
won't be longer than 10 minutes.
No,
I'm joking. No, this is deeply depressing, there's no doubt, and I'd like to salute you people who started this, and obviously from the start it's such an important thing. I just wondered, this gentleman behind me mentioned the political thing. Had we not left the EU, would Loch Ness be in a better position? I think, you know, just with all the Ireland waterways, and that was mentioned earlier. My name is Paul Cunning. I swim down in Port Stewart, I live in Coleraine. But yeah, I think we need a lot of work, and signage, no harm to you. I don't think signage is going to do anything. We need heavy fines, we need to report the stuff, and we need people to enforce it. This gentleman's doing a great job. There's only 3 people on that massive area of water. So I think, you know, we need more people. Thank you.
David Kennedy from the Cromwell District Angling Association. We've had 1,000 fish killed this year on our river due to pollution. In terms of reporting, we report every incident and get the reference number. I sat in a meeting where I reported an incident of sewage. I then, a month later, sat in a meeting with senior officials and showed it on video. They identified it as sewage. I reported it again. It ran for another year. So yes, there is reporting going on. Anglers are first responders on the rivers. We spot the incidents. When they are, there's a 2.8 prosecution rate in terms of reporting agricultural waste going into the river and other things. No, it's not good enough in terms of that turnaround. 2.8%. That needs chance. We need to see fines. There's fines and custodial sentences for waste on land, fines and custodial sentences for mistreatment of animals on land. But when it comes to the waterways, there's nothing. There's £450 slap on the wrists.
Great.
Just a quick question to Loch Ness Partnership. We just have a shoreline environment officer. Now, on UTV the other day, you said you were aware that the temperature has risen by 1 degree from 1995. You're aware of a small detail like that, which can blame global warming. Are you aware of the 7 million tonne of sewage going into the loch every year? If you have been aware of it, why have you not been saying it from the rooftops? Why has the people like Mick here and Ray and these people, why have it been left to them? Why have these people have to pull these meetings together? Surely if Loch Ness Partnership is responsible for looking after Loch Ness and the protection of Loch Ness, why should we let these people here to take time out of their working day to look after it?
Okay, I'm coming back to again, we're a small organisation. You seem to think we're a bigger organisation than we are. We are a small organisation. How can 3 people solve all the problems in Loch Ness, as this man says? Yes, there's a problem of sewage. Yes, there's a problem with farm runoff. Yes, there's a problem with septic tanks. Yes, there's a problem with zebra mussel. These are all questions that everybody has to apply their best expertise to solve. So how can a small organisation like Loch Ness Partnership solve all that? This organisation is helping tonight, Save Our Shores. There's other groups out there. You've been campaigning on the Blackwater River as well, Jared, so that's an important issue too. So how can Loch Ness Partnership do it all? This needs an interdepartmental working group and it needs to be prioritised by everyone in government. It's no use picking a Loch Ness Partnership. They're a small player in this. We try our best and we do what we do. But you know, try thinking about some of the other people involved in fixing this problem.
Okay, Peter, thank you.
In the case of myself, I think the NIEA has been sitting fairly quiet so far tonight, and there hasn't been many questions directed to them. One of the things is the story abandonment in 2007, when it was time to whenever the farmers could put the story on the field. Surely now with climate change that needs to be readdressed and reworked so that the farmer knows when it's best. You know, he doesn't want to put it out the small window of opportunity to put it into the water course because it's no good in the water course to him. It needs to be into the ground, and perhaps the implementation of injecting it into the soil rather than spreading it. You know, so you have less possibilities of runoff into the rivers and into the water course.
I'll just pick up on those points that you have raised there, Willie, thank you. I think going forward, yes, we understand that is potentially an issue, and part of the senior working group, the steering group, will be taking forward what the policies and procedures are and if they are relevant and if need updated. And things that I would refer to and think of there would be the NAP, which is the Nutrient Action Programme, and then also looking at farm sustainability standards and farming with nature standards. And I think those it's bringing those into line, and they are dear policies, but we will be around the table to try and shape those policies to help protect the environment and fulfil our functions.
It is on the horizon.
It is on the horizon, yes.
Right,
Thank you. No, here. Sorry.
Sorry, no, Mick was written there, this man here.
Okay, well, then definitely John's next.
Hello, my name is Robert and I'm speaking as a water skier. And yes, as we've all been hearing about Loch Ness, but Loch Beg is getting destroyed and the River Ban is getting destroyed. And what I want to know is, at what point is the algae toxic? I've been water skiing at New Ferry for 37 years. I've probably ingested gallons and gallons of it that's been in the water. When we see it in the water as wee particles, is that toxic right there and then? Because the only time I've seen it blue and green is behind the jetties when it lies, can't move. It's probably beginning today at that time. You ring Mid and East London and you ring Mid-Ulster Regional Council, they put up the signs, and all the signs say, this may be toxic. You'll not see a sign that says, stay out of the water, this is toxic. Because they don't want to put their head above the parapet and say, this is toxic. So what is it? Is it toxic or is it not toxic? What's the may about it?
The simple answer, well, there is no simple answer. The blooms, when they are obvious, and these are microscopic algae, bacteria, sorry. So whenever you can see them physically like that, there are thousands, millions of them joined together. So certainly what you're seeing around the shores of Loch Ness, that is when there's the biggest risk.
There's a huge amount of research done across the world, and there isn't a clear evidence as to say, yes, it's toxic, no, it's toxic. It can be toxic one day, and it can be not toxic the next. And
Do you test the bottle of the water on the river bottle?
not for toxin. No.
Why not?
There's very few places that actually do that. The department has a responsibility around identified bathing water areas. So where those identified bathing waters are tested on a weekly basis for bacterial. Now that the blooms have happened, samples have been looked to look at toxins. But you know, it's a very precise piece of analysis that needs done, and it has to be sent. There's nowhere in Northern Ireland that actually does it. So we're having to work with colleagues over the water to get this analysis done.
Well,
Three more
I would
quick
suggest,
questions.
and this is only me as an ordinary 5 I would suggest that you would need to get a testing facility here, because Lough Neagh is on your doorstep, it's destroying Lough Beg and it's destroying the River Van. If you have to send to England and get a test done, well, there's a problem to start with. Get the test, you can do it, and immediately that you hear a report, those people who are using the water can say, there's been a test I done this week, it's come back bad.
Okay, folks,
Thank you.
we've three more questions and then we're going to close. Sorry, this guy with the phone's one, Nearly over here is two, and three here, that's it, because we have to close the meeting. The next meeting will be on the 27th of September in the Brownlow Hub, Craigavon. So, Mick, the fellow here with the black shirt and the phone.
Here.
No, well.
Yeah.
So I just want to bring up, there has been discussion tonight of the agricultural element of this, but you know, it's sort of talking about agriculture just as like